Welcome to Inspire and Move, the show that inspires you to create, connect, and grow. I'm going to bring you meaningful conversations, aha moments, and all the motivation you need to up-level every part of your life. I'm Ali Aruda, founder of Inspire and Move, and your personal hype girl. I've gone from fashion school to celebrity stylist to corporate marketing to brick and mortar entrepreneurship with my husband, each time learning incredible lessons how to pivot, reimagine, and implement the steps to become successful. I am passionate about inspiring others to live their best life, a life of joy. We have the power to design a life that we love because life is too short not to. The best part is that you weren't meant to do this alone. If you feel like you were meant for more, let me ride shotgun with you, and together, let's get you to where you want to go. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the show. Gosh, I have missed you. I feel like it has been such a minute since I recorded fresh content for all of you, and I have been so excited to just get back on here. Apologies for the little bit of a gremlin raspy voice that you're hearing. I'm just going to go ahead and call it laryngitis for the last week, and it has not been ideal because I had an action-packed week. So having no regular voice was not super ideal, but hey, you got to roll with the punches. And sometimes the universe just throws you a little nugget that is a bit of a sign to slow down. And I was trying to accept that with grace this week. However, I did have a really big event this past week. It was amazing. It was the last event of the year in the Inspire and Move event calendar that I co-hosted with my friend Megan of The Modern Day Wife. I'm actually so excited to get her on the podcast really, really soon. We just need to nail down a date, and we're going to bring you so much great content, really focused on events and community building. And this is our second event that we co-hosted together, and it was great. And one of the things I said at the event, just as like a bit of an analogy to even share with all of you, when you think back to junior high school, when you have group projects and you get like a rock star in your group, that is Meg. She is such a rock star to work with. And we're just the two of us that did this event, but she's just such a joy to work with. And our event was exceptional. And that's what I kind of wanted to, I wanted to recap with you guys, but really I wanted to talk about one of my favorite topics, and that is the power of live events. Now, this one was called Modern Holiday, and it was a sweat and sip event. So guests arrived in workout clothes. We hosted it at a Porsche dealership, which was an exceptional backdrop. Like, what a vision that came to life. I had this vision of having this event in the showroom, still having a lot of beautiful Porsches around, but you do have to clear out a few in terms of having enough space for like almost 60 people there. I actually think more than 60 people. And everyone received a yoga mat as part of their swag bag, and then a ton of other swag from incredible brands and partners. But we had everything lined up, like all the yoga mats with all the swag, and guests arrived. They got to do a Porsche test drive if they chose. And then we did a full body tone and sculpt workout. So just a nice body weight workout. Express about 30 minutes, because there was a lot of fun to be had after the workout. We had an exceptional wine partner and food partner, and it was just really about community and connection, enjoying a beautiful glass of wine, some nice nibbles, just conversation and connection. And we had really awesome vendors. We had 6 vendors, inclusive of the Vine, which is the luxury IV lounge that operates out of Benchmark Fitness. And so guests could go in and get an IV infusion if they wished, or they were launching B12 shots, which was amazing, like a short and sweet experience to have and enjoy. Also great for December. I wanted to get one myself, and hopefully that could have fixed my voice, but I was too busy mingling and networking. And honestly, guys, that is one of my favorite things about these events. And I was passionate about sharing that with you guys. I was on, still on a bit of a high because this event was so, so great. And the feedback that night, the next day, days after has just been so wonderful. And I think, if you're anyone who hosts events, big or small, you can appreciate that, it's a lot of work and there's moving parts. And, we had people that we didn't know were coming. So we were sort of scrambling at the last minute to create more setups and swag and ensuring that everyone got what they were expecting and looking forward to. So you always have these curveballs. And I used to always say when I was in my corporate career in terms of events that I feel like event planning is an excellent job that almost everyone should do, because it really teaches you how to roll with the punches and react quickly and find a solution. You're very solution oriented when you're in the world of events. because you could be so organized and you can plan everything down to a T. You can have your event flow, your contact sheet, you can have extra swag, extra wine, extra food, but things can still happen. And I hate to break it to you, things will happen. And that's what I love about events, is that it really teaches you to like build this muscle of being solution oriented, problem solving, and doing it with a smile and still really great energy. And I just, being in the room of live events, like the energy, you cannot compare it to anything else. And that could be, like mastermind styles, like on a larger room, like very high energy personal development. You hear me talk a lot about Brendon Bouchard's events. Those are just so high vibe and so high energy. But you also have like what we created, that was a sweat and sip. So you do this nice little workout, then you're going to drink wine. We have these amazing vendors, and people can shop from a beautiful apparel boutique. They can shop protein, they can shop candles, luxury slippers. We had a nice variety. And I think when you bring in vendors, you want to ensure that you're not really bringing in direct competition. And competition actually isn't even a word that I personally love, because I always believe there's room for everybody. But you still want to maintain, people do have an expectation if they are committing to an event, or maybe they're investing in a space at an event. You want to ensure that you're delivering an excellent experience for them, for the people that are coming in as sponsors, as vendors, as partners, but also for your guests. And we just recently got the photos back, the day after the event. And it was amazing looking through the photos and seeing how many photos that captured hugs. And I know there's like some really amazing facts out there, and perhaps that would have been really organized of me to come here and share some great facts with you about hugs. But it was just something that was on my heart that I wanted to ensure I included in today's episode. Is what a way to like warm my heart looking at these event photos of seeing how many people just embraced each other, whether they were, besties that maybe hadn't seen each other in 2 days, but they're best friends and they're always in contact. So I saw photos like that. But then I saw other photos of people that, I know, that they also know each other, but maybe they haven't seen each other for a few months, or they only recognize each other from Inspire and Move events. So it was nice for them to see each other again, or they know each other. We had a lot of people there from our gym community. It just made me feel so warm and happy to see all of these hug photos, and that it was a true reflection of what these events do, that they really are. I mean, this is one of my big pillars when it comes to creating these events and really creating community and cultivating this connection and this experience. But it's another thing when you can see it in action, or captured in a moment like a photo. And just the power of getting into rooms, really, guys, like if you're taking away one thing from 2023 and maybe kind of preparing your goal list or your vision for 2024, I would just love to encourage you to prioritize getting in the room. And that will look different for so many of you. And we've talked about this, whether it's episodes by myself or episodes that Matt and I record together. That could honestly just be like a fitness community. That could be an awesome gym that's all about community and connection. And obviously, plug Benchmark Fitness, downtown Burlington, Ontario. But there are many gyms and studios that are passionate about that. And that could be an amazing way to start. Plus, you're going to, work on your fitness, maybe work on if it's weight loss, you want to build strength, you want to work on mobility, flexibility, whatever your goals may be. You're going to get that as well, but also cultivating that, those relationship muscles that you're also going to build on top of your regular muscles. Oh, just love how that analogy worked out. But maybe it's also getting into rooms like an event like this. And, they also like to be very transparent that they will come with an investment. A lot of them are small. Like you might find events for $45 or $99. And typically you'll always get something out of it, whether it's, the experience itself, but could also be with a swag bag or a gift card or voucher, whatever it may be. There's so many options. But really going in with your highest self and a big smile on your face. Maybe it's a great outfit, whether it's a workout outfit or it's a sweater that you love or sundress, and going in with this positive attitude, a positive mental attitude. My dad used to always say PMA, positive mental attitude. He would drop that to me every time, dropping me off for school on exam days or test days, big presentations. And he would share that throughout his last days and weeks here. So I really love, I feel like it's like a future tattoo I'm going to get. Although PMA, I'll know what it means, but people will look at my wrist like, those are interesting letters to put together. But anyways, PMA, positive mental attitude, that's what you want to go into these events or these experiences with, or through the doors of a gym or a studio, really practicing what you want to embody in that event space experience, and going in with this intention of making new connections, because it could be friendships that you're building, it could be business relationships, it could be collaborations, it could also just be meeting someone that could be a referral for somebody else in your network. You never know. There's a really beautiful ripple effect that comes from events like this. And there are so many of us that are so passionate about, getting in the room, going to live events. I feel like live events are back with a vengeance, and they're in all these different cities, in all these different capacities. I said my friend Megan, Modern Day Wife, she does a lot of amazing events in Canada and the US. Right now, I'm really focusing on Canada-based events, but I did an event in the fall in Arizona, and it was small, but it was awesome. And you know what? I'm going to do it again in February, and hopefully it's just 5% bigger, 10% bigger. And I actually already planned my event calendar for 2024, which I've never done before. But this year there was a lot of events, and I actually am at a point right now where I'm like, okay, end of the year is here. I'm really excited to slow down, take some quiet time. Thank you, universe, for the sore throat and lack of a voice to kind of remind me of that, of slowing down. And the universe is pretty great for that. But really getting excited for what I want to build and create for 2024. I just feel on top of the world when I look in this room of a lot of my events are women. This sweat and sip event we did as co-ed because it was actually something that was requested. Some of these husbands and boyfriends or just guys in our gym community see all these events and ask, like, can you do them for guys too? So wanted to listen to that. And I think that's an important piece to not skirt over, is to listen to your community. What does your community want? What are they craving? What are they missing? And hearing that, taking it away and seeing how you can deliver that for them and what you can create. So that's really important, I think, in my mind. And I'm excited to welcome more feedback in the coming weeks before I do share my 2024 event calendar. And holy smokes, I'm going to need to be accountable, maybe need an accountability buddy to stick to my calendar and not add a crazy amount of extra events, because you don't want to burn out and oversaturate what you're doing or your community and who's joining you, and just want to maintain that level of excitement. So I'm excited. I hope you can sort of hear that in my voice, in my nice little gremlin voice. But this event was so great, and the feedback was wonderful, and that means so much. You work hard to create something and build something and what you want to curate, and then when it goes off and you can soak it up. And I think it's always the advice that you get when you're getting married, or when Matt and I are married, but then we have other friends now getting married, and you want to share that advice for them too, that take a moment and really just like look in the room and just feel the love of all the people that are there to watch and celebrate you both there, and just taking in that moment to really experience and feel the magic of what your wedding day is. It's kind of like that same effect in live events when you create something that, I looked around this room and I was like, there's like 60 plus people here and there's so many smiles and the energy is really great and people are laughing and chit chatting with each other. And it feels so good and really lights you up. So if you're someone that does live events, I hope you feel this. You can appreciate this as well. I'm sure you do. And if you're somebody that goes to live events, I hope you can feel this too. And if you're someone that has not experienced live events yet, I look forward to the moment when you experience this as well. It's truly, truly awesome. So that's it for today. Short and sweet and just high vibe, high energy. Thank you to all of you that have come to the Inspire and Move events over the past few months. I feel like we really hit the ground running in the last 6 to 9 months, but it's been a full year, and I have such a full heart of gratitude and joy for the events that we had this past year. The third year of Women Inspiring Women was a chart topper. I can't wait for year 4. I am working on another big event under that same Women Inspiring Women umbrella that's going to be a different experience. The girlfriend walks, those are coming back in 2024. I have so much gratitude for all of you that have joined the events this past year. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for being here and being a part of the Inspire and Move community, listening and supporting and celebrating this young podcast. I'm excited to record some more episodes towards, wrap up the year. And we've already got some great guests locked in for 2024, and I cannot wait to see what is in store for 2024 for the Inspire and Move podcast. We are going to go big, baby. So buckle up. We're going to get on a rocket ship. You guys, thank you so much for listening, and we will chat soon. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. If you loved this episode, it would mean the world to me if you took 30 seconds and shared this on social media, send it to a friend, or leave a 5-star review. There is power in community, and I am so grateful to have you part of mine.